Oh, look. Big Bad Nerd Dad has gone live. Let's check him out. Oh, yes. Yes, he is handsome. Turn that down. All right. Right. Hey, Ryan, what's going on? Just about to start the stream. Going off the new My Hero Academia. My Hero Academia. Just got these bad boys in. All right. Looks like we're good to go. So, full screen. Hey, everybody. Big Bad Nerd Dad, King Hump Day. Hump Day. That's me. Gonna show off the new My Hero Academia collectible card game. It comes out next month. I'm really excited about it. Me and a bunch of my friends are gonna play it. My wife's interested in it, which is amazing because she's never interested in any trading card game. She was interested in Pokemon for a while, but no more, no more. Now we have the My Hero, which is a fantastic IP, and we're gonna get right into cracking open this pack. I was able to get my hands on two of the new demo decks, the CCG. I will not be playing any tonight because I need to figure out how to play it. But I'm going to be cracking open these packs so y'all guys can see the cards that are coming out. And we'll go over the art, characters, and other things inside of it. I'm actually really excited for this because the game is produced by Jasco, and Jasco makes my favorite card game / fighting game, Exceed. Exceed has Street Fighter, it has Blaze Blue, it has their own characters from 7th Cross and Red Horizon. They did a set for Shovel Knight. My favorite character to use is the Beheaded from Dead Cells. So I'm interested to see what they've come out with. Another thing too is the system that they're using, the fighting game, the fighting engine is the Universal Fighting System, which has been out for years and years and years. I wanted to try it simply because Mega Man is one of the characters that you can use in the Universal Fighting System. Mega Man and Dr. Wily and a bunch of other characters. Hey, what's going on, Jose? Cracking open these packs. And I thought, man, this is a great time to get into it because my wife and I love My Hero Academia. And all the characters and even some of the villains. Like I think that they did a really good job with story. So we're gonna go ahead and jump straight into that battle. So this is the Deku Deck. Haven't even cracked it open yet. Everyone is getting the first look along with me. So like I said, the game is using the Universal Fighting System, which they have Mortal Kombat, Soul Calibur, Street Fighter, Mega Man, 7th Cross, Red Horizon, I'm sure there's a couple of other sets in there that I'm forgetting, but it's really, really neat because they're using the same system. They're interchangeable, but the My Hero Academia card game that's coming out is a part of the Universal Fighting System. The Universes is what they're moving it to, is what they're starting to call it, the Universes. And while the My Hero Academia is a standalone, will have its own tournaments, will have its own thing going on. They can fight against, like you can put Deku against Mega Man. You can put him against Ryu from Street Fighter. You can put him against Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat. They're going to be cross-compatible, which sounds like a lot of fun to me. It also makes all these cards that were from a different game that years and years ago playable with new things, is getting more people into a system, which I think was really smart. Jasco does a really good job with protecting their IPs, or protecting the IPs that they're allowed to use. So Street Fighter, Dead Cell, Shovel Knight, Blaze Blue, you know, they've done a really good job of making sure that they're doing the best with what they have, and they don't want it to be second rate. So go ahead and show you. So in the game, you're going to choose your favorite hero / villain. Man, there's so many different characters out there. They're only using characters from the first season of My Hero right now. But still, in that first season, you've got Deku, you've got Bakugo. You know, they're gonna have Red Riot, Froppy. You know all the characters, tons and tons of characters. Those are just the heroes. You know, that's not including. Now they're escaping me. All the villains. Just came. I'm not gonna go through the villains. My mind is going blank. So, Deku or Midoriya. You can't. I'm gonna try and get it close enough so you can read the text. But from what I've seen from somebody else posting about this, they're doing the characters. It's not just they made a card and it's Deku. They're playing to his strengths and his weaknesses, to where if you watch the anime, you know that Deku has to be careful when he uses his quirk, because if he goes all out, he damages himself to the point to where, you know, he can't throw punches. You know, he had to switch his style up, which I thought was inventive for the game, where if you can, for his second ability enhances, you can discard your entire hand and you'll do an additional 10 damage. Well, obviously you're trying to take down your opponent's life, whatever it is. And if Deku is 28 and Bakugo is 28, we can only assume that that's going to be about the average for a bunch of other characters. And if you deal an additional 10 damage, that's plus 10 damage by discarding your hand. Yes, you're dealing that extra damage, and let's say it's 5, so you deal 15. That's more than half of somebody's health in one hit. You're weakening yourself by not giving yourself any options next turn because you're discarding your hand. You know, card draw and card advantage is extremely important in a trading card, collectible card game going into a match. Hey Chris, thanks for showing up. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. We're going to go through some of the cards now. So just like any collectible card game, you're going to want multiples of certain cards. Deku is your hero, so you're going to need him. You're only going to need one copy of him. He'll be on the board. That's who you're fighting as. And then you'll have his specials, his moveset are the other cards. And right off the bat, I saw one of the moves that I love. It's 5% Detroit Smash. So it's a punch. You can enhance it. Discard 1 momentum. This attack gets +5 speed. Only playable if this attack's damage is 10 or greater. And again, I don't know what is what, but I'm willing to bet that that's going to be damage. that 5. So if Deku's throwing the punch, he punches, discards his hand, discard 1 momentum. This dude's swinging for 15. No, yeah, 15, and it bumps it up to a speed 10, which will be really neat when you're fighting against your opponents. And because it's a collectible card game, they give you multiple copies of it so that you can try and dig through that in your deck. Oh, again, I love all these different things. Delaware Smash. Again, these are straight from the anime. Like him and All Might using all these really funny state and city names. Grand Texas Smash. Let's see if that's one in here. A Flash Punch. Looks like it's a strength of 6, speed of 4. It's a mid-level attack. And this game, much like fighting games, you'll have a high, medium, and low attack. So looks like Deku's all punching in this iteration of him. I do know that they have multiples of the different characters, which is neat. Like there's this Deku, there's I guess it's a school training outfit Deku. I'm a little anxious because I really want to build a Froppy deck, and I know that there's a regular Froppy, and then they'll have some premium packs that they'll have for sale, and one of the Froppy iterations is in that premium pack, so I've got to get my hands on a premium pack as well, so I can have that card to play with. So Delaware Smash we've seen. Oh, there's 4 of those. So I'm guessing there must be a board card limit. If you have any questions, feel free to ask it in the chat. This is interactive. I sort of know what I'm doing. Oh, here we go. Midoriya Strike. And so if you look at these 2 cards, this number right here, the 4, it's a red, and it's the arrow sort of pointing up. That means that it's a high attack, whereas this was an orange middle. So it's a 5 speed mid-range attack. And the enhance for this one is your opponent commits 1 foundation for each punch attack in your card pool. Ooh. I have no idea what that means, but every single attack that I just showed of Deku, hey Ashley, every attack that I just showed of Deku was a punch. So if your card pull is your discard or something that you've been building up, I mean that's all this kid has is punches. So it's minus, he has to commit a foundation for that. And I know that your foundations are like your fighting styles. I'm sure those will come up in just a little bit. Velocity Hammer, here's a low attack. Speed 4, damage 4. Oh, there it is. That's what the top little shield. So I'm guessing that can block for 3, a low. 2. Blocks for 2 at mid. Velocity Hammer. Oh, here we go. Bonds of Friendship. That's what he's about. That's what Deku's about. Friends and protecting what's right. Enhance Flip. This Fury attack gets -3 damage. I guess we'll have to learn more about Fury attacks when I download the rules tomorrow. See what we got. Alright, so 4. Note taking. I see again they're pulling from the anime series in a good way. You know, Deku he wasn't born with his talents. What makes him special is that he's been a dedicated fan his entire life. So he's taken diligent notes, and he knows his opponent's weaknesses, or he knows his allies' strengths and how to play off them, or how to, you know, he's a good leader in that facet, that he's able to use everybody effectively. So this is a utility card instead of a fighting card. It says flip, your punch attack gets +3 speed. Again, everything that he has is a punch attack. So that's going to boost the speed on pretty much everything that he has. That's pretty neat. It's really, really neat. And again, since it's a collectible card game, they've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them in here. Oh, here we go. Passing the torch. And that iconic scene with All Might Deku. Another utility card. It says enhance, commit, either draw 1 card, or if you have no cards in your hand, draw 2 cards. Okay, that's a card drawing engine for you. Hey Craig, what's going on, homie? All right, that was passing the torch, and this looks like it's the last card in the set for Deku. Before we move on to Bakugo, we have rigorous training, because he couldn't just receive the powers, he had to earn it. I really enjoyed My Hero Academia. I thought it was a fantastic anime. I think it is a fantastic anime because it's obviously ongoing. After this card enters your staging area, gain 2 vitality. So, again, these demo decks are half of what a real deck should be. There's only 18 cards, I think. Oh, he doesn't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Oop, 29. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, 27, 28, 29. Yep. 2 30-card decks. So your hero and then your demo deck. I'm going to crack open everybody's favorite, Bakugo. An amazing character. I think they did a fantastic job with him. Card art is pulled straight from the anime. Looks beautiful. This is obviously a demo deck, so the cards are a little, in my opinion, not as good as what I'm sure the regular card quality will be when they come out, but that's okay. Of course, this is just the demo deck. So, looking at Bakugo and Deku, they have different abilities on the sides of their card. Their health is the same. Sorry. This is their hand size. And their abilities are different. So, Bakugo's first ability is a response. After you block the Fury attack, after your blocked Fury attack resolves, discard it from your card pool. And then enhance. Destroy 1 foundation. Your attack gets +2 damage. So, for Bakugo, his first card in the demo deck is the Double Barrage Ultra. It's a low 4-speed attack, 5 damage. It can block an upper for 3. So, Fury. Discard 1 momentum. This attack gets +1 damage for each Fury attack in your discard pile. Whoa. And I'm willing to bet that everything he's got is Fury. Just like everything that Deku had in his deck. Yep. Everything that Deku had in his deck was Punch. So, because of how he is, he's throwing them fists. If you have discarded a card from your card pool this turn, this attack gets +1 speed and +3 damage. So it's going from a 5 to an 8. And it looks like Bakugo is going to be driven towards discarding and dealing extra damage and getting extra speed, which is perfect for his character. Explosion Charge. If enhance. If the next attack you play this turn is a upper attack, a high attack, It gets +3 speed. If the next attack you play this turn is a mid attack, it gets +3 damage. Okay. So he's going off of swinging multiple times on a turn. Bop, 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 bop. Getting in a bunch of hits, whereas Deku's demo deck was geared towards big one-shots, dealing 15 to 18 damage in one swing. Bakugo's looking to hit for, what was it, 6 to 9 so far? Even more depending on how many Fury are in his discard. So there's Explosion Charge. 4. I'm super excited to play this with my friends Joe and Hannah, because Hannah specifically wanted to play with Deku or Red Riot, not Bakugo. Deku and Red Riot. And I've got to make a Froppy deck. We got to make a Aizawa deck for my wife. And then we've got to figure out what Joe wants. But we'll definitely be streaming gameplay of this at the Big Bad Nerd facilities and at Space Cadets Gaming. Explosive Brace. So this is a low 1 guard, upper 3, or a high 3, 4 damage. It's a Fury attack, and it says enhance. Discard 2 cards from your... Discard 2 cards, draw 2 cards. So this is obviously a fish. It's fishing for what you need. Explosive Charge. Yet another Fury attack. And so it says charge, Fury, ranged. If the next attack you play this turn is a low attack, destroy one of your opponent's foundations. Whoa! How many low attacks did he have in here? I didn't see any low attacks, so he must not have that many low attacks. One, two, three. They don't really care about that attack. They're not maxing it out. After this card enters your discard pile, during your attack, enhanced step, your attack gets +2 damage. Okay. Aggressive Temper, another one of those utility cards. Another utility card. Commit. This punch attack gets -3 speed. Oh, okay. So this is slowing down Deku. It's Arrogant Disposition. Because none of his attacks in his deck were punches. So that's obviously to play against people. That's the first card I've seen that deals with your enemy. Bakugo response. Loser. After this card enters your discard pile during your attacks, can't step. Your opponent loses 2 vitality. This effect cannot reduce your opponent below 1 vitality. And then the last card for his deck is Prideful Personality. Enhance. Flip. Discard 2 cards. Draw 2 cards. So again, this is card draw, fishing for what you need in your deck. Pretty excited to see how this card game turns out. Not gonna lie, I'm extremely hopeful for this. I was not able to jump into the Digimon trading card game because of everything that was happening with the pandemic, card supply, but I have been told by my friendly local game store, Space Cadets Gaming, that they will have stock of this game, and they will be working with players to help get cards and singles out so that you can build the decks that you want to. And I'm excited to see how this actually plays out, simply because I like the games that Jasco comes out with. Exceed is definitely my favorite card game right now. I play Keyforge. I had a Digimon deck. Played Magic the Gathering. But Exceed feels like a fighting game. Like I'm actually sitting at an arcade with a joystick and having at it. It's they made the game feel like it's actually an arcade game, and it's looking like this is exactly what that is too, with the way the attacks are built out. And then again, the IP is fantastic. I can't think of a single person that doesn't like My Hero Academia. It's a good anime, good story, great characters. It's bound to be filled with tons and tons of people wanting to get into the game. And now that I have the demo decks, I am going to go. I might actually even go see if I can find on an old Facebook CCG game, CCG trading post, to see if I can get some Mega Man cards, because I'd love to play a Mega Man deck. I love Mega Man. And there's no telling what else they could bring into it. The Universal Fighting System, like I said, already has Soul Calibur, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. They're adding My Hero Academia. Mega Man's in there. And because they're switching over to the Universal system, the exact same thing as the Universal Fighting System. They're just changing the name of it. And I like the card back. Card back looks good. And I was told by a Jasco employee, actually, that they're doing this so that more people can get into it. And it's not doing away with the old game. It's just bringing more players into the fold, which I'm all for. I love the idea of crossing over games and IPs and things like that. I talked about it for almost 4 hours a couple of months ago with a good friend of mine about how I think that crossing Dungeons and Dragons and Magic the Gathering is a fantastic idea, because that's going to get a lot of different people playing different games, stepping out of their comfort zone, trying new things like an RPG. I mean, gamers are gamers, right? Some of us stick to the games that we like and love, and then there are people that are just dipping their toes into everything, which is cool. I'm one of those gamers that likes to dip my toes into everything. I've got miniatures, card game, board games. You can ask my wife. We're constantly trying to get shelves so that we can put all of my gaming stuff up, all my crafting stuff for my models and terrain. I want to display a bunch of it. So I'm one of those gamers that likes to dip his toes into everything that I possibly can. I'll be sleeving these cards up. They look really nice. It does say at the bottom that it's not for sale. But I got some anyway. So I'm hoping that these will be legal. I don't know. I'm sure they'll give us rulings on these cards or not. And hopefully these are, from what I was told, this is not the final card art or layout for the cards. This is just sort of what they're going to look like, which is cool, right? I mean, the game's been in development for the past 3 years, since 2018. And it comes out next month. I'm going to get my hands on some cards. Me and the Big Bad Nerd fam will be playing a few games on our stream. When Space Cadets Gaming has some tournaments, I will stream from their tournaments. Speaking of which, Space Cadets Gaming is a huge sponsor of the Big Bad Nerd Dad stream. They sponsored our 24-hour charity stream that we just did this past weekend. They donated to Texas Children's Hospital on our behalf. They gave us, I need to return the game that they loaned us to go play. And they've asked us to come back and do some other stuff with them. I will be playing in a Keyforge tournament on June 12th at Space Cadets Gaming. It's open. Please come out and play. It's safe. You know, people are getting their COVID shots, and the shop has been 100% proactive on their social distancing and their safety measures, and they're making the store as safe as possible to play in because they want people to come out and play games again. And that's exactly what we're here for. We're here to get out and play games with our friends. If you have any questions, leave it in the chat. Contact me via Facebook, or check me on my next stream, which will be next Monday at 9